good to see you. Can't wait to have this conversation. All right, we are now live. Let me go on over here. You're gonna be shocked to see you sitting here first thing in the morning. All right, awesome. All right, y'all. Listen, y'all, it's Friday. It is Friday, and we're coming out the gate jumping because, all sorts of things have been going on. Welcome to Mornings with Marvel, where authenticity lives and thrives to create a space of growth, healing, and joy. I am your host, Andrea Lawful Sanders, and each day we will cover the topics that are informative and engaging while learning from each other. I see you all are probably going, what the hell? She just got on the air and there's a guest in it. Yes, honey. Mornings with Marvel has gotten really hot. If you have been watching us, please like and subscribe to this channel because our guests are becoming more varied and really thought-provoking. On Monday, I have two guests on. You are not going to believe it. I'm telling you, just gather up yourselves. And today, I have the guru of financial literacy on here. Rachel Hannibal is a certified financial education instructor and founder of Missing Piece Financial Group. She's a best-selling author and an award-winning speaker and was named the National Financial Educator of the Year for 2025 by the National Financial Educators Council. Go on, Black Jesus. She is a real estate investor and private investor for small Black-owned businesses in Philadelphia. Most importantly, she is completely debt-free. Something we all need to talk about. She has been 14 years without a car payment, 12 years without a student loan debt, and over a year without a mortgage. You better come on through with it. I am so stinking proud of you. Good morning, my darling. Today, we're going to talk about financial literacy in this current climate. Child.
Yeah.
Welcome back, honey. You about to come on back.
Great
How
to be
are
back.
you?
Thank you for having me. I'm unstoppable still. How are you?
Still. Rachel, you're being on here in the middle of what we would consider a financial crisis in this country where people have lost their jobs and not able to afford to buy food at this point, right? Because we've all been talking about the fact that food has gone up 150%. What used to be $3 is now $7.50. And, people are struggling. And here you are getting ready to tell us how we can navigate in the midst of this financial crisis. I don't know how you're going to do it, but honey, Miss Unstoppable, we're ready to listen. Welcome back. So let's get going. And the people are saying good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Let me open up the chat so I can see.
Yes, can you see them?
Hey. Oh, yes. Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
millionaires. Hey, y'all.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
thank you. That is freedom. Let's talk about it, Monica. That is freedom. So I have been up since before 4 o'clock because I feel like God just woke me up and told me I need to say certain things to you all today. And so at some point I'm probably going to do a little bit of reading because I want to give it to you word for word. But
Listen, we've got a whole hour. Let's go.
okay, okay. I want to start by saying that we cannot really comprehend, thank y'all, we cannot really comprehend the emotional and mental toll that all this has been taken on us. We just
Mhm.
cannot, we can't grasp it, we can't comprehend it. But I will say that it always shows in your finances, it always shows in how you spend your money. Mostly because for our money, it's just like one of the few things we actually have control over,
Okay.
right?
Say more about that. And let me tell
Well,
you. Let me
I'm
let me
sorry,
let
go
me
ahead.
let me tell you why. I think we've become in our community and society at large real comfortable with just spending. Oh, you want me to go to this event and it's $600 a ticket? You want me to go meet you at the I just saw somebody with a restaurant receipt for $9,000. Why, Black Jesus? You want me to go out there and they're taking pictures and they're doing all of this stuff. And but behind the scenes, Rachel, jobs lost. Why do we what is this thing that we have to do that makes us feel like we must continue to spend what we don't have in order to be seen as successful? Why doesn't success look like not your mortgage paid off? Why doesn't success look like being comfortable with the roof under your head? Why doesn't success look like? You understand where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Okay, let's go,
So
my
there's
dad.
two parts of that when we talk about the control. Your money is one of the few things, again, areas we actually have control over, right? We can control who gives it to us. We can decide who we want to work for. We can control how much, right? If we are entrepreneur, we can control how much we want to sell our earrings for, or those kinds of things. And we can also control who we give it to, right? We will go all the way around the corner just to go to the gas station across the street on this side versus the one on the right, right? And so what happens is all those other areas of things that's going on in our lives that we have no control over, we kind of put all that energy into doing things with our money, right? And so there's that. We want to feel in control. We want to feel like we can do something, right? And unfortunately, that shows in spending. And then we just want to keep up with whatever's going on social media, or whatever, personality that we have created in our family, right? I'm the rich auntie. Everyone knows that, but I'm only the rich auntie to my nieces and nephews, those who I claim to be mine, right? And so, it can be difficult to keep up an image that maybe you started 10 years ago when things was a little bit better for you, right? And unfortunately, we don't want to have those hard conversations, even with ourselves in the mirror, to say, baby, in this season, this you are not her. You can need to take some of those hats off that you have been carrying all this time, and that's okay. Just for the season, that's okay. And so that's really those two parts. It's really what you're seeing, in the numbers and on social media. That's really what you're seeing.
All right. So, how do we navigate through this space that we're in right now? Because, excuse me, to your point, it's so funny. I had this conversation with my husband. Everything that I had done and made 10 years ago is what I'm regurgitating now. It looks new to the people. That's 9 years old. I have just stopped cold turkey, right? Because I saw what was coming down the pike. And I realized that it is better for me to take care of my children, make sure that they're okay, and really not handing them anything, what their needs are versus what wants are, so that when things fall apart, as they're coming, you can see it happening, that we are ready. I have said no to just about every event, just literally. The amount of money I kept in my purse is just unbelievable, right? And then when I do something, it's curated in a way that we're building community and that we get a good bang for our buck. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
So give us some thoughtful ways that you see how we can navigate with our coins in this season. And Andrea says, we want to feel like we're in control, even if the decision we make is not the best. Say
Yeah.
more about that, my darling. That's my spirit animal, my Miss Andre.
She know I love her too. I love her too.
Yeah.
Well, we really need to start, we the people really need to start with getting back to the basics of finding free and low cost ways to heal. What's
Okay.
happening is we're trying to heal, whether it's the little girl in us, the little boy in us, we're grieving. Everyone is grieving, right? And so we go for the retail therapy, even when we're trying to help our loved ones heal. We think that we buy them something, if we take them on a trip or whatever. We need to really get back to the basis of, the simple things that we can heal, we can do better, we can feel better. And for many of my clients, we have been making a list of things that bring us joy under $25.
I like that.
Include free things.
Mm-hmm.
We overlook these free things,
Mm-hmm.
these free blessings that God and the opportunity that God gives us every day. On my list, because I only do what I tell, I only tell other people to do what I've done myself. So I have my own list. Some of the free things are going to my godmom's house. I know I'm gonna get some fried chicken and a hug. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
know I'm gonna feel better. It can be
Mm-hmm.
calling my sister on the phone. We text so much, but
Mm-hmm.
her hearing her laugh soothes me in
Mm-hmm.
a way that
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we need to think of those things. We're all trying to heal, but how can we heal without having the guilt and shame of overspending afterwards?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the cycle, right? The retail therapy, we feel bad, we go and we think that the more bags we come out with, the better we feel. We don't feel better, and then we feel bad again, and then we make bad. It's a cycle here. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Monica. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We've all been guilty of that. We've all been
Yeah.
guilty of that.
Yeah.
So,
And I noticed that when people have events that they give these goodie bags, save your coins, y'all. Those goodie bags are going into our homes. I don't, and they're
if
ended
I
up.
get another notebook,
Oh,
it was so much writing I could do. Another T-shirt and notebook. I
it's a
have.
lot, right? It's really a lot. And so I'm going to suggest to you that when you have an event, don't give goodie bags. Really, we can live without them. It's a thing that we've told ourselves that we must do. But think about how much money you will save. Amen. Somebody with not having goodie bags. Thank them for having a wonderful time. Put that money into making the experience better for them. But stop giving out the goodie bags because they come into our homes and they clog them up. They do. I know you mean well, but they clog them up. And then we just end up, we just don't do anything with them. So that's one way to save money. What's another way, Rachel?
And if my ticket was $25 higher because I got a goodie bag, you could just make my ticket cheaper and keep the
Yeah,
bag.
yeah, yeah.
um,
Agree.
we need to get back to old fashioned just making a list. It's
Yeah.
a lot is happening. Again, we need
Mhm,
lists. We need limits for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for
mhm,
Kwanzaa, whatever it is you have coming up.
mhm,
A list, an idea, some type of concept of what's going on,
mhm,
and with a limit to say this is how much I'm going to spend.
mhm, mhm.
Okay, maybe for Thanksgiving you don't need 4 different kinds of meat.
Yes.
You might not need all of that. You
Yeah.
know, we all need to
Or
come
if you're
together.
going to do that, have family members donate. Like
Yes,
you bring the mac and cheese, you so that it's not just all on one person. That's a great
yes,
idea. Yes.
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 That's on my list to discuss that. If everyone does a little bit, no one has to do everything, right?
Yes.
Healing
Mhm.
experience, $25 and below. Yes,
I'm doing
yes,
the rip and paint your jeans event next week. $25. We're covering the paint. They're coming, bringing their jeans, and we're just gonna splash paint all over the place. But that's my. You must have been in my head because that's my goal. Anything I do now should not cost you more than $25. It's rough out here. It's absolutely rough out
it's
here.
rough.
By the way, those of you who are coming to the jeans and ripping jeans and paint, it's from 2 to 4, not 3 to 5 now. It's 2 to 4. We'll make sure we put that in the link so that people know it's from 2 to 4. But that was a great idea. And then the $25 that they're spending, the space that we're using, giving all that money to the sister, the artist that's in the space because artists don't make much money and they don't treat artists well. And so when she says, well, how much? I said, nope, all of that belongs to you. So kindness is something you can do for under $25 or under. How about that? How about that? Right?
Yes.
What else can we do?
We can get back to sharing. Sharing is caring, right? So maybe, my sister and I, we don't live far from each other. So, someone gets the paper products and we buy it in bulk and then we share. Or we know that
Yes.
our filters for our furnaces and our
Mm-hmm.
HVAC systems are the same size.
Mm-hmm.
When I discovered that, it's cheaper if you buy those in bulk. So,
Mm-hmm.
hey, whichever one of us gets to produce junction first or whatever it may be,
Yes.
we share because it is going to be cheaper for you
Mm-hmm.
to buy in bulk more and more and more as you get
Mm-hmm.
closer to the holiday season and even in 2026. So be mindful
Mm-hmm.
of, is there a neighbor that's on your block and you have the same kind of whatever whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is always ways that we can share.
Mm-hmm.
And buying in bulk is going to absolutely save you some money if you have the opportunity to do that. Not hoarding, but sharing.
Not
Um,
hoarding, but sharing. Absolutely.
not
Andrea
hoarding, but
said,
sharing.
the psychology behind did you get your money's worth? Study that, somebody. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sarita Scott is doing an event tonight, and it's a 4 course meal. Plus, you get to build something from clay, right? Plus, you get to make perfumes, and it really was just a gathering for women to come together, people to come together, not just women, people to come together to love on one another, share ideas across the board. And I just thought that that was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love those
Yeah,
kinds of things.
that's
Um,
beautiful.
Someone says, I'm having Friendsgiving and asking everyone to bring a gift, a minimum of $5 for a game. The thank you gifts are cozy to wear. I budget some great dishes to cook. We have a good time. That's
Awesome.
Laverne. Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome. And that's really what we need to be, again,
Mhm.
getting back to the basics when we're talking about the holidays coming up, right?
Mhm.
We need to, most of the overspending comes from the pictures that we're going to post on social media. We're already thinking about the competition of the photos we're going to post, right? you need to be more strategic about being unique and saving money in
Mhm.
this way. So one of the ideas that I
Mhm.
had was maybe instead of expensive matching pajamas this year for the photo for the
Mhm.
Instagram, maybe we can have it where each family member buys a t-shirt or socks or something that brings out the other family members
Unique
personality,
personality. Yes.
right? And then we post those pictures because that's different, that's unique, that saves money,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Everyone's doing the same, but everyone's doing everyone's
Mhm.
doing that, right? And it's really
Mhm.
expensive. Same with Thanksgiving. We're thinking about the picture of everyone's gonna see our table full, right? Everyone's
Mhm.
gonna post. Why do we have to do that?
Yeah.
Why do we have to do that? And so
Mhm.
if we can cut that out, that's going to cut out a lot of overspending on
Mhm.
the holidays.
Mhm.
Social media is really causing us to spend extra money that we really don't
Good.
need to spend,
Mhm.
and so
Mhm.
we really need to be mindful of that. um there's some key things that we need to make sure we're protecting ourselves as well.
Okay.
Okay, we need to make sure we're locking our credit.
Mm.
The identity theft skyrockets during the holidays, and I'm sure when the numbers are all said and done that it's going to be even higher this year because of everything else
Mhm.
that's going on
Mhm.
outside of the holidays.
Mhm.
You need to protect yourself. You don't want someone having a Merry Christmas on you. Go to each individual credit bureau, whether you're calling them or just going to
Mhm.
their website, and you're going to be able to lock your credit.
Can't
Be
you do
prepared.
that from the credit card companies too?
No, you have to do it with the credit bureaus directly. You have to do it with the credit bureaus directly. Be prepared to give them a 4-digit code that you're going to remember.
Mhm.
Okay? Do not make it your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't even make it your address. Because if I'm stealing your identity, baby, I got both the numbers.
Yes.
I got both
Wow.
the numbers already.
Mhm.
Yes, old school strategies. Listen, get back to it. Grandma was right. Great grandma was right.
Mhm.
Grandpa was right.
Mhm.
They were right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. So we need to make sure we're protecting ourselves. Give them a 4-digit number that you're going to remember, and you
Mhm.
can lock your credit at all 3 credit bureaus so that no
Mhm.
one is stealing your identity during this time.
Mhm.
Also, make sure you are checking your full credit reports as well to make sure someone hasn't already gotten their hands
Mhm.
on your information.
Mhm.
Okay, again, it's a lot out there. We put so much of our information on social media. All I have to do is just string this all together, baby, and I'll have everything I need to know. You posted your mom's obituary. Now I know your mama's maiden name. That's one of the main questions they ask. You post when your kids came out for Easter or whatever else you posted and it came out for prom. Now I know your address. I can narrow this
Mhm.
down.
I've been saying it over and over and over and over again. Over again. I don't know how to continue to say this to people. There's just certain things you cannot share. You know what I've gotten to doing right now? When I'm posting copy, paste, and repeat, if I post them, I post the back of their heads, sides of their like I don't, and I'm posting less and less. When they were first born, I would post, and then I just started to just stop. And the other thing that I've started doing this year that I found to be such a release is the amount of places that I have been and I've not posted one picture. You would have
Mm-hmm.
thought my behind didn't go anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I
Mm-hmm.
post something, it is to promote a business, promote the photographer, promote the gym, promote the whatever, but nothing about my personal stuff is starting to show. Like, and I've been doing that for over a year, and I don't think people realize that because I'm still posting, right? But you have to be thoughtful about what you do and how you do, because there's
Mm-hmm.
always people. I look, somebody says, people you may know, the amount of people in business and industry that's been on my page just to sneaking and a snooping and don't realize that I see them, right? So you just have to be very mindful. And it makes
Mm-hmm.
people feel badly because they want to post all the good things that are happening in their lives. But it is a direct result of all the posting that we've been doing that's causing our pages to be compromised. That's causing people to go, I'm going to steal your image and I'm going to put it over here and use it and fool people. Right? Whole pages that don't even belong to other people, and they're going, that's not me. Well, you can't tell. So you have to be very careful, incredibly mindful out here.
Yeah, if I post that I was somewhere, I'm best believe I'm gone. I'm not there
Oh,
anymore.
well, yeah, we've been doing that. But listen, honey, and sometimes weeks, months later, you're like, oh, when did you go? Yep, 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 yep.
So that's the way we need to make sure we're protecting ourselves.
Yeah, Laura says I've locked my credit. Very important. Okay. Alexandra says also see if your credit union or bank is connected to protection apps like Card Suite, or your credit card company lets you lock your card. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
locking your card and locking your credit is two different things. But yes, if you are
Mhm.
in a time where you're not using your card, lock that too.
Mhm.
Although in some ways, if you're not using your card for extended period of time, that can hurt
That's
you.
bad. That's hurt you too. Right. Right. Yeah.
That can hurt you.
Yeah.
Um, so be mindful of that if you're doing that.
Mhm.
I post all the yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I just
Because
stopped
guess what?
altogether.
Whenever I post it, it's breaking news to the people.
How about
It
that?
could be 2 months
How about
later.
that?
It's breaking news.
How about that? What else? What
All
about
right,
people who love going on vacations and, you
tagging
know,
that you there. Just a misunderstanding. I don't understand it. All of this is a misunderstanding. Because I don't need no. And kudos to my mother for teaching me how to have my own validation and not
yes,
needing that
right.
from a like or a share or a
Yep,
comment. Salute to my mama and grandmama for doing that for me, because it is
yep,
saving me still to this day. The
yep.
second thing we need to do is we need to pay attention to our high interest debt, specifically now to the end of 2026. Specifically now to the end of 2026. Multiple things are happening. Um, a lot of your credit cards, their limits are going to go down. That's going to hurt a lot of people. HELOCs, the home equity line of credit, some of them are going to be closed altogether. Some
Oh
of them, the
wow.
limits are going to go down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and your note is probably going to, for the most part, still be the same. But between your credit cards and your card notes, those are going to be, for most people, the most expensive debt. The
Mm-hmm.
HELOC after that, and then student loans, home.
Mm. Why is that happening?
It's happening because banks are scared, because people are scared, right? So people are not doing as much borrowing. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fear mongering happening right now. People are not planning to do as much traveling as they used to. People are not planning to do as much holiday spending as they're used to,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And this is the time where they say, okay, well, now if it's risky for you, it's risky for
For
us
me,
if I'm a
right.
bank,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? I haven't posted much since my mommy passed. Oh, hearts and love.
Yeah,
I have
it's
done
a
many
lot.
things in travel, but I don't feel the need to post. I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
praying for you as the holidays come up. That was one of the things that was in my this is one of the most emotional times of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So when we
Mm-hmm.
talk about that list of things that brings us joy, don't get too deep down before you go to that list.
Right.
Right? As soon as you feel like you're having a rough day, it could be a song,
Mm-hmm.
it could be a smell, it can be anything. We are all grieving. Let's let's
Mm-hmm.
let's, let's help each other to serve each other. As soon as you feel a little off, or so don't feel yourself, or whatever it may be, go straight to
Mm-hmm.
that list. Keep it with
Yes.
you. Keep it with
If you
you.
if you have grandchildren, honey, free, free, free. Just go on over and get some hugs.
that's that's
Yes.
true.
Yes. Yeah.
Um okay, so we want to make sure, yes, we're paying attention to our high interest debt. Make sure, try to pay at least an extra $5 if you can. I know it's a lot of things happening right now,
Mm-hmm.
but be consistent with paying an extra $5 on your high interest debt every month if you can. That's where I
Mm-hmm.
started. That's how I became debt free. Extra
Mm-hmm.
$5 on my student loan payment every month, and an extra $20 on my car payment every month. That's where my debt free journey started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
$8.75 an hour that I was
Mm-hmm.
making. Fast forward, I've paid off $300,000 worth of debt.
Mm-hmm.
Start small, be consistent, taking
Mm-hmm.
down that interest. All right.
Mm-hmm.
For some of your credit cards, you can contact them directly and ask for a lower interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just temporary, it's still going to help you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
happy birthday to your daughter,
daughter
daughter
number
number
three.
three.
Yep. So she spent the day at her house. Yes. Yes.
Candles. I'm a candles girl now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a candles girl now. That does it for me.
Mm-hmm.
All
What else
right.
do
The
you
last
have?
thing about the credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask for a temporary lower interest rate. If you have a card with an annual fee, I would suggest you consider requesting to be switched to another card that does not have an annual
Mm-hmm.
fee. Again, even if it's just temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're not shopping and traveling as much, or don't plan
Mm-hmm.
to. So that fee, you're not getting the full benefits anyway. That's money
Mm-hmm.
that you need to keep in house.
Let me ask you a question. If you've been paying your credit card consistently uh, off every month for the last 12 to 24 months, Are they mandated to lower your fee, your interest rate if you call them?
They're not mandated either way, but they're more likely to do it.
Two. Okay.
They're more likely to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could just go through the chat and just, log in, just go through the chat and just ask them. For many of my clients, just right there on the chat, 5 minutes, and say, yeah, for 9 months, we're cut your interest rate in half. Actually, one of my credit cards did exactly that. My interest rate is cut in half. We need to pay attention to the fine print right now.
Okay.
Thank you. Is this my birthday? Or is my other Scorpio sister? Because I had birthday on Saturday.
Oh, did you? Happy birthday, sweetie pie. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We need to pay attention to the fine print. Say more about that.
Fine print. A lot of terms and conditions are changing. You have been getting those emails. You have been getting those letters. You've been ignoring them. I understand. I know. With your bank accounts, I know you've been getting emails and messages about terms and conditions changing. You need to look at them, read them. Your retirement accounts, make sure you understand the terms and conditions. Again, we mentioned the HELOC earlier. They are changing. Do not assume it's the same as it's always been. Okay. Make sure you know what your options are for your insurance policies, whether it's car insurance, home insurance. You need to make sure you know what your options are for literally everything that you have money in. Everything. This is open enrollment season for a lot of people who are employed. Do not just skip over all of that when you enroll. Deny. Read it. What is your invested amount in your retirement account? What are the options you have there? Are there any other benefits that they have been offering in the last few years that they recently added that you haven't even been paying any attention to?
Because people are so overwhelmed.
I know.
I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, all right, gotta reach out to the bank, gotta reach out to credit people, gotta reach out to credit. It's a lot. So how do we chunk this down into manageable steps?
I'm glad you asked. That was my next thing. For my clients, we create millionaire moments. Okay. Millionaire moments is once or twice a week. We pick days that are normally our down times, are normally our down days. We're not as busy, right? And we set an alert that goes off on our devices to say, it is time for your millionaire moment. Here are the rules of the millionaire moment. You have to do one thing that is under 20 minutes, right? So we created a list of things that we have to do to get us one step closer to financial freedom. I've given you probably about 6 things already, right? Pick one thing. When that alert goes off, pick one thing and do one thing. That is it. It has to be something that is under 20 minutes. That's why it's a millionaire moment, not an hour, baby.
Okay, got it. That makes it easy. So I can say, so what do you say? Set an alert for 20 minutes on Tuesday at such and such a time?
Yep.
Right? Okay. Hey Siri, set an alert for 20 minutes every Tuesday at 1 p.m. for my millionaire moment. Give me a reminder 1 or 2 hours before. And Siri just said it.
That's it. Do one thing. Now, what normally happens is, and I get alerts all throughout the week of people just sending me inboxes of just blue hearts, because that means that they're doing their millionaire moment. That's their accountability. I don't make it a requirement, but that's the yes. Y'all make sure you're writing this down. Yes, and definitely
because what you just suggested is when those are the days at that time for 20 minutes where I'll call a credit card company. Right. And I'll say, can you lower my interest rate? Because I've been paying blah, 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 blah. I can go to the bank and says, can you do a POD on this account? Because upon my death, that, if I pass away, my husband and my oldest son has access to those accounts. Can I, check check the life insurance policies and check the wills to make sure everything is current and up to date. Every Tuesday, it becomes a habit. Right. Yep. So that's what I'm thinking. And I'm, always when I ask you guys to do something, to start to do those things myself. I am already buying in bulk and sharing with my oldest son. So I buy in bulk and I go, all right, I'm bringing you some paper towels, or I'm bringing you some toilet paper, or I'm bringing you, and he's like, Mom, you are the shiggity. And if I go to the butcher, I'll make sure I buy enough stuff. And so we buy in bulk. When I buy in bulk, it's less. I go up to Lancaster now.
Okay.
And buy things in bulk at a butcher where they're killing the cows, killing the whatever. And so we share. And then the last time I was at the butcher, I asked them, what would it cost to do a half a cow, a quarter cow, half a pig, quarter pig. And I came back home and I started talking to my girlfriends, and we're like, oh my God, we would love to do that. Buying in bulk, so we're not spending all this extra money in the market. And it's cheaper when you buy in bulk, right?
Yep.
But people think that they can't do it because it's $800. Well, if 7 people,
Yep.
it's $100 a person. You got a lot more meat in your freezer than you would if you went to the regular market. So
Yep.
it's those kinds of things that you're talking about. This is great. This is great.
And the millionaire moment helps because not only does it help you just kind of pace yourself, but you kind of mentally and emotionally like just prepare. You get excited. If you set it for Tuesday or Mondays, you're like, tomorrow I am going, like, you get excited and you get in a different headspace. And so
because I love this idea from you, because when you don't chunk it down to small moments, then you become overwhelmed and nothing gets done.
Yep.
Now, here's my other question to you. You are pissed off, you're tired, you're exhausted, you feel like nothing is going right, and you just want to get in your car and go spend some money. Damn it, wherever you spend it. What is the process that one would use to stop themselves from doing that, or to go out and eat when you have a refrigerator full of food?
So you never want to relieve stress by doing something that's going to cause you more stress.
I'll drink my tea to that.
All right. So if it's going to cause you more stress, more guilt, more shame afterwards, after it all sets in, that's not relieving stress at all. It's pushing it. It's pushing it, but it's giving you a distraction, but it's not relieving stress. Right. So we need to have a limit for impulse spending. Is it $50? Is it $100? Whatever it is, set a limit for impulse spending.
Yes.
Anything above this amount, you have to wait 24 hours or 48 hours before you purchase it. Sleep on it. Yes. Sleep on it. You have to sleep on it. Create that, whether it's in your marriage, whether it's in your accountability circle, whatever it is, your impulse spending number. Anything above that, we got to do a sleep or two. All right.
I love it. That
is a way to cut down on impulse and emotional spending. Yes. Again, this is that time. Yes. This is that time.
So for those of you who have been watching and listening, here's my question to you. What is your limit for impulse spending? You're listening to this. What would you say the limit for impulse spending should be? $50, $100, $25. You know yourselves. And can you stick to that if that is what you decide that you're going to do? Because I'm telling you, it is so scary out here. And even for those of us who are like you that, paid off this and paid off that, because, it's coming. Winter is here. And I don't mean physical winter. I mean the emotional, theoretical winter that we've been kind of swirling around for a long, long time. And we're just out here just spending money. Yes, Andrea said, that's a good one. Impulse spending limit. What do you think it should be, Andrea?
What do you think it should be?
Yeah. Charmaine says, my impulse spending happens on Tuesdays because I get the senior discount. And I hope you all are writing this down, that you're not just listening, because she's been on my show several times, every month for several months. Laverne says $100 is her limit for impulse spending. Okay. Now you write that down, Laverne. Put it on your refrigerator. My impulse spending limit is $100. If you find yourself going over that, say, wait 1 minute. Now you also need to have, here's what I would tell you. Get someone who will hold you accountable. Get an accountability partner, right? That'll say, you call that person and say, girl, I have a limit for impulse spending for $100, but this thing is $100, even if it's $105, Laverne. This thing is $125, or this thing is $230. Talk me through it. And remember, she says, wait 24 hours if you truly want it. You know what I do? I go and I look at certain things and I put them in the cart, and then I never go back. So I go and I look, and I'm mostly bored with the things I'm looking at, because the creativity is so terrible, and they want $900, $1,500 for a dress, and I'm going, Baby, I could make that same dress for $175. What you talking about? Stop playing with me. But you have to know yourselves, right? Jasenia says, lately I have been processing my impulsive spending for 48 hours.
That's
At
good.
that time, I realized I didn't need it. My limit is $100 a month. You better come on with it, my darling. When
That's
my
it.
mother died, I wanted to pierce my nose. And someone said, wait a year. You know, the years passed, and I was like, oh, thank God I didn't pierce my nose. I was so like, so in a space of grief. And especially when someone dies, I'm telling you, you have to be very mindful, right? Winetta Smith said, I have done impulse spending of $300 and felt guilt the next and returned it all back to the store.
I'm not upset. I'm not mad at that at all.
Carlene says, I have to come back and watch the show. This is great information. Yes. Please. If you love this show, please hit like and subscribe. Please. Yesterday I noticed that a lot more of you hit like. That's my fault because I don't say it because I get so caught up in my guests and giving you the good information. I don't ask you to. Andreas said, child, ask me again next week after my millionaire moment on Thursday.
Oh yeah, hers are on Thursdays.
Okay, Andrea. Okay. That's wonderful. Jasenia says hers is $100 a month.
Now, I'm not upset at that either.
Me either.
Because less is more, baby.
Talk to you, girl.
But I do want to encourage, don't make it a range. Make it a number. It has to be a limit. Don't say between $50 and $100. No, make it a number.
Make it a number. All right.
Make it a number.
Laura says hers is $50. I'm glad I asked that question. Laverne says, yep, I stopped myself. I noticed I went too far. I send it back. I love sneakers, a total sneakerhead. I buy my sneakers with gift cards I receive. Very, very good. Alexandra says, my impulse spending has a limit depending on where I am shopping. For B and BW, I don't even know what that is. You can tell I don't shop in stores. Kate Spade is a B&BW is $30. Kate Spade is $100. Found many bags with tags. Never remembered the purchases, so it is a no for me. Had to stop. That has happened to a lot of people, right? Right when we clean that account. So if I feel, Marguerite says, if I feel the need to buy something, I find something in my house to sell, so it will balance itself out.
I'm not upset about that either.
You know what?
Because space.
And as you clean out the stuff, you feel a lot better. So what I have been doing, because I have so many wonderful kind things, I've been donating them to organizations to raffle them off to make money for the organization.
That's nice. I love that.
Yep. Been donating them. It's a lot.
That's Bath and Body Works.
Oh, girl, I'm so sorry.
I was confused too, Charmaine.
I go to go up and get a $20 bottle of body butter that goes from my head to my face to my feet. So $20. I don't need all that other stuff. So it's great. Winetta says, I'm going to try that $100 a month. That's $25 a week. Absolutely. Because it all adds up so quickly. And then I want you to look at how much money you've saved as a direct result of putting yourself in a limit, right? In spending money. So easy. It's so easy. Oh my God.
Even if that means reviewing past spending that you spent at that particular place, or documenting when you want to buy something and you choose not to. Adding those totals up.
Yeah.
Yes, that
might give me a heart attack.
I'm not upset.
So funny. Oh my God.
But you know what? Success and integrity is keeping the word you made to yourself.
Yes.
Having an accountability partner is great. Having people who support you and agree is great too. But if you looked yourself in the mirror and said, this is what I'm going to do for us, me today and the future me, and I promise you this is what I'm going to do, that's integrity, and success is really keeping the word that you made to yourself. So I hope you all are encouraged that whatever limit we set now, to be consistent with keeping that word that you made to yourself.
I am.
Keep that.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm so encouraged by all of this. I was not expecting this morning. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this?
Did I have anything last thing? Sorry. We talked about that already. Making sure Everybody does something we talked about. I think we got everything. I think we hit everything.
And they really appreciated it. This is one. Thank you. Um, Winetta says, I now save all my loose $5 bills. Let me ask you this. I have a question
Yes.
for you. Do we spend more when we pull out our cards or when we have cash in our hands? What is the
Always
better
spend
thing?
more with plastic.
Ah,
We always spend more with plastic. Imagine if you had $1 and you had to count that out. That's giving your mind time to think, like, wait a minute, you literally physically feel your wealth leaving dollar by dollar. You would not spend half the money that you spend if you had to count it out dollar by dollar. There's
wow.
plenty of studies that show that.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay, that's good. Because my husband would fuss that I never have cash. So now I've gone to the map machine and just gotten some, and that's the cash that I use. And that keeps me, when as I start to see that I'm running low on cash, I go, okay, it's time to slow down, right?
Mhm.
So that's a good way. Thank you so much. What in terms of our spending habits, can we put a limit on our spending on our credit cards? Can we say to our credit card company, if I go over this amount, they won't do that, will they? They won't. They're not trying to.
Your banks will. Your banks will.
Okay. Okay.
You can put alerts on your banks for hey, if I'm getting too close to this number, send me an alert, send me a text. If I spend over this number, send me an alert in an email or whatever you decide to do. I set up daily balance, so in the morning I get a text and an email from my bank every morning that tells me my balances, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
not having a heart attack on aisle 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly how much is available to me, so you can set
Mm-hmm.
up an alert for anything with your banks.
Mm-hmm.
Credit cards are a little bit tough for that because
Yes.
they want you to overspend.
And they're able to track you when you use your credit card. If you use cash, once you get the cash out, wherever you use the cash. So there's a lot of places that are telling you they don't accept cash anymore.
Yep,
That's purposeful, isn't it?
absolutely, absolutely.
Right?
On two sides.
Mhm.
A, because a lot of, unfortunately, the employees are underpaid, so they steal the cash. We've had that out of the register. And then we also have where people, will spend less. The studies show that people spend less if they use cash. So let's not even have cash as an option.
Wow.
Let's
But
not
I
even
worry
have cash as
about
an
people
option.
who go into garages and stuff and they say we don't accept cash and they don't have credit cards. We assume everybody has credit and debit cards. Do you know how many people in this country? When you come back next month, let's talk about the amount of people that actually do not have bank accounts.
Ooh.
Right, and how they have to go to those places where they have to pay a certain amount of interest percentage to get their money, their checks cash, those checks cash in places. We make a lot of assumptions that people are able to do all the things that many are just doing quite openly and freely, and we don't recognize that people are really going through it out here.
Can I say something? First, two things I want to say. That's how we met. We started with the Cash App being down and people not having banks, and that's how
Remember that?
our
Yep.
first show.
Mm-hmm.
Charmaine posted, declined the increase the credit cards offer. I do not
Yeah.
agree with that, Charmaine.
Really?
Let me tell you why I don't agree with that. I've spent 12 years encouraging our people to trust themselves with wealth, to trust themselves with more, to trust themselves with abundance. And oftentimes, when people turn down those offers for increase, it's because you don't trust yourself with more.
Yeah.
I don't like that for you. You are telling God, I don't trust myself with more, so you shouldn't trust me with more. And I don't believe in that. I believe that someone should be able to put $1 million in your hand and you will trust that you will do the right thing because you have the wisdom, you have the tools, and you're a great person and you're very responsible and you can rise to that occasion. More is out there for you. So if someone's offering you more, you take it. We would never do that if our employer offers us more. We're not going to turn down that increase. So why would you, if a credit card says, to me, you seem like you are worthy of more. You're so responsible. I want to give you more. Why would you turn them down? Ask yourself, why am I turning them down because I don't trust myself with more? If the answer to that question is yes, we need to have a different conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
That is the only thing that we mentioned today that I disagree with. If they trust you with more, we want God to trust us with more. We have to trust ourselves with more.
Right. And they keep saying credit is king. But the thing with, if they trust you with more, when they trust you with more, so let's say your credit limit is now $5,000 and they trust you to be at 7,500. but every month they're trusting you with more because you're spending less than what the amount of credit than the amount of credit that you're given, right? And so they see that you're not going to go overboard. If your credit card limit is $5,000 and you'll spend 4,500 and you're still in debt every single month, then you're not going to get that. So actually, when they tell you they want to give you more credit, it's actually a damn good thing. You're right. You're absolutely right. Just
It
don't
is.
spend it, because God forbid you ever get to a place where you need to use that credit. It'll be there and available for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your credit score goes up as well. Right. So
Yes.
there's a lot of people now and moving forward there's going to be trying to apply for credit the first time because they've turned down offers and all those things. And now they're in a situation where they don't have income or their income is drastically reduced and they're not going to get approved now. But if they had it a year ago or had the increase or accepted the
Mm-hmm.
increase a year ago, then they would not have to be asking for an increase now with no income or whatever it may be.
Right.
So just think about that.
Andrea says
Don't
I'm
throw your
about to
phone
do.
at me. I want
Trust
my
me
people to
with more.
feel better and do better. I want you
Yes.
to feel better and do better.
Yeah. Winetta says, "Can you have too much credit?"
Okay, I have a perfect credit score. I'm not sure that was read in my bio, but I have 15 credit cards, right? So it's a judgment free zone here. All right, guys, gals. But I don't go over my limit. And those 15 credit cards has actually helped me get the perfect score that I have.
Oh.
So but I'm responsible. I'm responsible and I use them where I still have no debt on them, but I use them every month. Not all 15 of them, about 8 of them. I use every month for various things. And that's what keeps my credit score up because
Mm-hmm.
with no debt, my credit score will go away because I have no other debt. So that's why I kind of keep those going every month to make sure I keep my credit score and it doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm. And some folks use one credit card to pay all their monthly bills and then pay that credit card off every month to keep their credit
Yeah.
scores up. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends. That's a
Yeah.
personality thing. Personal
That's
finance is
yeah.
personal.
Yeah, yeah. I think they've gained quite a bit listening to you this morning. I cannot thank you enough, my darling. If you're watching and you like the things that you're hearing and seeing here, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please. We really appreciate it. This is a great way. Charmin says, I had 20 credit cards and my credit score is 850.
There you
What?
go. Put your hands up to the screen, Charmaine. I'm hot five. I'm hot 10 of you.
But see, we don't know these things. We've been conditioned to believe something completely different, which is why this herb helps so many people. So many people.
Thank you for
So
having
folks
me.
believe if I don't have a credit card, then I'm fine because then my credit score will go up because I'm not, oh. She said after a while I was dinged for having too much. Oh my God. How's today?
They're like, oh, come on now,
This is
share.
amazing. This is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for this incredible information that you've given. It's now 7:20. We've been on for 40, 30, 50 minutes. See, it works. It
It
works.
works.
Because we're giving people what they want and need, and that is incredibly important. As always, a pleasure. Reach back out to my producer and let him put you on monthly in a monthly segment for me,
Okay.
so that we can continue to do this. If we can't bring you on that month, it's because there's breaking news somewhere else. But we pretty much have managed to do it every month. I think people need to hear more from you. Atia says, great info. This is what I do to keep my score up. Y'all are talking
Awesome.
about, I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even.
Awesome.
Okay. All right now.
And Charmaine put her hands up to the screen. I felt that, baby. I felt that. Thank you
Thank
again,
you
as
so much,
always,
my
Anita.
darling. Happy
Talk to you soon.
Friday. Talk to you soon.
Happy Friday.
All right, honey. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Well, honey, Mova learned something new every single day. That was incredible information, and I'm so grateful. Dolores says you are so right. If you don't know when you know, you do better, and that's why we continue to curate the kinds of things that you look for here. It is 7:20. I don't even know if I want to burst this bubble by reading some news because there's so much going on. I've enjoyed these nuggets. Yeah. Monday, baby, we've got 2 guests coming on. I'm telling you, it's so nice that I can reach out to people and say, I'd like to have so and so on. And they go, word? Nothing but a thing. Give me 2 hours. And next thing I know, I'm sending stuff over to my producer so I can get certain people on the air. And so Monday, we'll have some great guests. I don't want to stick it out yet because I want to make sure that they're confirmed properly. And then Sunday night, I'll post who they are. so we can, we can have those conversations. Today is, what I am doing for free today is seeing copy, paste, and repeat, right? They're so looking forward to seeing grandma every week. It's free, 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 free. It's nothing but a thing of gas. And, but I'm going to pay attention now more. Pay more attention to how I'm spending, what I'm spending. What I've often done, y'all, and maybe you all can do this, when I feel aggravated and agitated now, when I want to go do something, I think about, if I want to go eat out, do I have enough food in the refrigerator I can make something for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Nope, then I'm not going out to eat. If Do I really need this thing? Looking around in my closet in the house, my sister said all the accoutrements. Do I really need this one more thing? Nope, don't know it, don't need it. And if I'm going to give away, if I'm going to buy another pair of earrings, then I give away 3 pairs, right? Giving away the stuff that I have, because I recognize at the end of the day, we're not dying with these things. We're just not. And it's better to share the gifts and share the things so that other people can have it. Do you know how many genuine pearls I have found, strands of pearls I have found in what do you call them? Goodwill stores for $1, for $2. Can I just tell you? So, because people are dying, leaving their estate pieces, sometimes it ends up in the Goodwill store, sometimes it ends up other places. But think about how you're going to spend before you spend. And I'm talking to myself too. It has been a hell of a trying year for me, along with many, many others of you. But we do what we have to do. And so my husband and I sit and talk, and I say, all right, babe, what do you want for dinner this week? So I'll make something on Saturday that might last until Thursday. And then we start the process all over again. So we're not eating out as much, because there was a point when we were so stressed. I was like, what do you want for dinner? We go order dinner. We had to stop doing that. And I'm outing myself so that you all can understand. This is not my telling you what to do and making you feel badly. This is my saying, been there, done that, changing it. Right? So that's where we are. I'm just grateful to all of you for this. Love you. Um, Charmaine, what happens with my earrings? People, I would wear a pair and somebody say, I love your earrings, and I just take them off and hand them to them. Just take them off and hand them to them. And Denise, my friend Denise, will tell you this. I'm wearing a perfect jacket. I'm in a Wawa or somewhere else, and somebody say, I love that. I would take it off and give it to them. Because the more you give, the more you open your hands to give, the more things are given to you. So if you don't hoard and say, this is my stuff and this is one of a kind. Child, please. There's nothing new under the sun. Love on people and give them what they need in the moment. It'll work for you. So if you see me and you like my earrings, I'll take it off and give it to you. I've done it 1,000 times, so it's not a big deal. Alexandra says, today's guest confirmed I'm on the right path financially. Thank you, mother. Yes, 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 yes. Hit like, hit subscribe, send the people over, let them come on and watch. The gentleman that I interviewed yesterday, Hutchins? No, was it yesterday? No, that was Wednesday. He was watching me, and I didn't know, all the way in DC, and I didn't even know. So, you just don't know. Like and subscribe and send people to the page so that they can watch this stuff. I'm getting out of here. My grandchildren are calling my name, and I'm going to be cool as a cucumber for the rest of the day. For those of you who are going to be there with Sarita Scott this evening, I will see you there. I am looking forward to it. And yes, I am going to wear something that I bought from Target 5 years, or no, more than that, 9 years ago. And this little top is something that I've had for like another 9 years. I just want y'all to see, you don't have to have spent a whole lot of money to be cute. And it's because I'm going to be playing in clay, it's a simple top, right? But y'all laugh at me about my simpleness. Dolores says, thank you, Marvel. Charmaine says, I love that hat, shirt, boots, laugh, and oxtails. You'll have oxtails if you're going to be at Sarita's thing tonight. You'll have oxtail sliders. You're so welcome, Dolores. Monica says, yes, it feels so good to give. It really does. It absolutely does. I love you all. I'll see you later, okay? This episode of Mornings with Mom is officially over. I am Andrea Lawful Sanders. I'll see you when I see you. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.